Welcome back. So today we are going to look at the Sharry Babies and my Red Fantasy Sharry Baby. I have 3 of the Sweet Fragrance that were all at one point or another an original plant. Right now what we are looking at is the Oncidium Sharry Baby number 3, and it is in all leca. So this growth right here and the one on this side are both coming off of the latest growth right here, which has stopped, but these 2 are continuing to go. And the best news, and I did take her out of the pot so I can hold her with one hand and get her out easier. Do you see the roots? Let's see if I can get it where we can see a few more. But she's got roots now going down that I can see. And with that, she will start getting fertilizer, because now that she's got roots I can see on the edge of the pot, I'm fairly confident that she has more in the middle, and she will need some sustenance and some resources to pull on in order to get these 2 to grow and be a little bit stronger than the previous. Now this one here, I don't see any new root growth on it at the moment. And I don't see any growth on it actually at the moment, but it's still liable to push out something in the future. We'll have to wait and see. All right, let's look at Sharry Baby number 2. And here's Mr. Loki just taking him a little nap in his round bed under the table by the window. He's normally sitting in the chair, but he's gonna be laying here. He's just relaxing. It's a chill day for him. And then we have Miss Sharry Baby number 2 that, if we turn her around a little bit, we can see has a new growth here, a new growth here, and to my surprise and delight, has another itty bitty growth right down there. So that is good. Now I potted her on the edge of the pot, because, you know, direction of growth and all. But with that new one now in the center, she's rather side heavy, and I'm hesitant to repot her because if we pull her out of this, look at all these roots. But I think I might go ahead and just take her out, just use the same media and everything, and just move her over into the center, because there's new roots growing off of these guys here. Let's see if we can move some of that. Well, I don't want to dig too deep, but she does have some new roots growing off of that, and she's got plenty in there to sustain her as well. And I'm going to use the same media, so it shouldn't be too much of a shock, but she's very heavy on this side. So I want to put her in the center, set her up for the best success, and this way the bench that she sits on, she can sit in a better position, because right now she's sitting way back just because of the direction of growth of this thing. So I will be doing that. Let me know if you want to see that in a video, and I'll do it on video. Otherwise, I will just do it by myself. On to Sharry Baby number 1. And here she is in all her lovely glory. Let's just zoom in on her. Look at this. Oh my goodness. If you hear drilling and whatnot in the background, I do have my windows open, and the neighbors, along with my husband, are doing some fall cleanup stuff, and I've been waiting all day for them to stop, and they're not. So if I can't edit it out, I will apologize now. And look at this. She is still extending that spike. Now, she sits on that stool right there, and this initial spike is the one that when she started growing was growing all straight. And then, if you see this little wire right here, I kind of pulled her up just to keep her, you know, from going into the window. Well, once she started blooming, and the weight of those blooms, this is what you get. And I just love the way that looks. I just love the way that looks. And then the secondary spike, or second spike, not secondary because it's off of a different growth, but the second spike is also blooming. And she is starting to arch over as well, because she was sticking straight up, but she is, sorry for that, but she is starting to arch and still extending her spike. I am just, y'all just don't know. I've waited since 2019 to see this lady bloom for me. And after everything that I've put her through, she has rewarded me. I was kind of expecting, you know, just a little minuscule spike, maybe something like this. You know, just this much. I would have been okay with that. But she said, your wait was worth it, girl. Your wait was worth it. And her pot is still awaiting. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to take her out of the pot so you can see my thought process and why I think that is going to be wide enough. As you can see, if I set her into the middle, she has plenty of space to grow because we just never know where that direction of growth is going to be, even though they're supposed to have a pattern. And I forgot to mention earlier, but the scent right now is just amazing. Amazing. Now, it's not strong enough to permeate into the entire room. Even though, like you can see out there today, is a pretty gloomy day, but even when the sun is out and the light is really hitting her hard, the scent is not as strong as I was expecting, but that could come from the fact that this is her first reblooming. She does have a scent when you're close to her, though, and smells delicious. Just delicious. And the new growth that we saw the last update, still there, still green, hasn't decided to abort. I think it's just sitting there biding its time, waiting for the nutrients it needs to grow, because right now Mama is concentrating on these lovely, lovely blooms. I can't get over these. They're so beautiful. Just beautiful. I just love it. I love it. And I have harped on this bloom, this thing blooming for me for 2 years, and she finally rewarded me. I just love this thing. I'm sorry, guys. But do you have a specific orchid that you just could not wait for it to bloom, and then when it bloomed, you were just, I don't know, just flabbergasted with the reward it gave you? Because that's kind of what this Sharry Baby's doing for me. Okay, let me go grab the Red Fantasy, and then we will wrap this up. Now, Red Fantasy is acting the way we would expect an Oncidium to act. Here are her older there are her older bulbs, and then the new growth has advanced forward, well, backwards, however you want to look at it. I see her from this way, so this is forward to me, even though it's the back of the plant. And I do that for the light growth so that she grows up towards the light instead of this way. She still has her 3 lovely growths here that are moving right on along. This one here being the more mature. Looks like this one is behind, and then this one. But surprisingly, we have a new growth on this lady as well. So this bulb here. So these are the 2 bulbs that she grew for me last season. This season, she has rewarded me with 4 growths. 3 off of 1 bulb. If you can see, all 3 of these growths are coming off of this 1 bulb right here. So she's settled in and she's like, okay, let me just grow for you. Now, she has become my new, can I get a bloom orchid? Look at the roots in there. So I am going to link the video down below from when I repotted her. I got her from Nicole Deanna last July of 2021. And the roots that she came out of that pot with, that was almost a 4-hour project, if not longer. I cannot remember. I know it took me a long time. I had to take her outside, spray her down. Oh, she was just full of roots, just full of roots. And she's full of roots now. So I am very pleased, very, very pleased with this one. And hoping that these growths do continue. You can see a little bit of Constantining on this leaf here. That's when I was not paying attention. And oh, hold on. I like to loosen the leaves that are on the inside, kind of pop them away from the leaf they're growing up against to kind of encourage them to open up. That's just me being a little on the retentive side. But now I'm hoping that these mature, and then maybe, fingers crossed, maybe one of them will bloom for me. I mean, she's got the strength apparently. She's pushing out 3 new growths off of 1 bulb. and then pushing that one out. And this one right here grew rather quickly. So let's see what happens. We'll do another update on these girls. Let's wait till like maybe November, December, maybe towards the end of the year, give them time to do stuff. Unless something exciting starts happening with any of them, then we'll do another update. Now, if you enjoy seeing them on a monthly basis, let me know in the comments down below, and I will be happy to do them once a month. Otherwise, we'll do them every few months when something's going on. So here they are in all their glory. One more last look at everyone before we put them away for a little bit. But look at that. I am so pleased with how these are doing. I love oncidiums. I don't really have the space for all the ones I want, but hey, I think we'll have to make some more space. Just love the way they grow. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, go ahead and subscribe for more content like this. Give the video a like, and we will see you on the next one.